In the day's other news, another U.S. service member has been killed in combat in Afghanistan. NATO reported the death today, but gave no details. It came amid reports that the U.S. and the Taliban may be nearing a peace agreement. Some 14,000 American troops remain in Afghanistan, providing air cover and support for Afghan forces. Authorities in Hong Kong moved today to head off new pro-democracy protests. They denied permission for a major march scheduled for tomorrow. It would have marked 5 years since mainland China barred democratic elections for Hong Kong's chief executive. Meanwhile, 2 veteran activists were arrested and then released on bail. They vowed to fight for the self-determination of Hong Kong.
We shall not surrender. And I urge international communities to send a clear message to President Xi. Sending troops or using emergency ordinance is not the way out. We will continue our fight no matter how they arrest and prosecute us.
Hong Kong's police chief warned of jail time for anyone who is caught at non-sanctioned rallies this weekend. Iran is still building up a stockpile of enriched uranium, violating the 2015 nuclear agreement. That word comes from the United Nations Nuclear Watchdog Agency. It also says Iran continues to enrich uranium at a higher level than allowed. Tehran announced earlier this summer that it would begin violating parts of the nuclear agreement after the U.S. quit the deal last year. In Australia, officials today lowered the outlook for the health of the Great Barrier Reef to very poor. Environment Minister Susan Ley said that warming oceans and other factors are killing the corals that make up the reef.
This reef has suffered in the last few years 6 cyclones, 2 major coral bleaching events, and various attacks by the predator crown of thorns starfish. So, unsurprisingly, the outlook is that the condition has deteriorated. And the report calls out the biggest threat to the reef, which is climate change.
The Great Barrier Reef is the world's largest coral reef system. Back in this country, the Democratic Party effectively canceled plans for virtual caucuses in Iowa and Nevada, letting people vote in 2020 by phone. But national party leaders said the system could be vulnerable to hacking. And on the Republican side, Illinois Congressman John Shimkus announced that he will retire. He's now the 14th House Republican not running again next year. That compared with nearly 40 in the 2018 midterms. The official Twitter account of the Twitter CEO, Jack Dorsey, was hacked today, sending out vulgar and racist tweets. Twitter quickly deleted the posts and said it's investigating. The incident may be related to Twitter's promise to crack down on hate speech. Ford Motor is recalling more than 550,000 trucks and SUVs over potentially faulty back seats. They could fail to hold passengers in place in a crash. The recall includes F-150 pickups, Super Duty trucks, Explorers, and Expeditions from model years 2018 to 2020. Wall Street had a quiet day heading into the long Labor Day weekend. The Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 41 points to close at 26,403. The Nasdaq fell 10 points, and the S&P 500 added about 2. And a passing to note, former Dallas police detective Jim Lavelle has died. He became part of history 2 days after President Kennedy's assassination in November 1963. Lavelle was at the police station in the light-colored suit, escorting the man who killed Kennedy, Lee Harvey Oswald, at the moment that Oswald was fatally shot by nightclub owner Jack Ruby. In later years, Lavelle spoke about his experience and rejected all conspiracy theories about the assassination. Jim Lavelle was 99 years old. Still to come on the NewsHour, why guerrilla fighters in Colombia are vowing once again to take up arms. Members of Congress come face to face with the concerns of their constituents. Mark Shields and David Brooks break down the latest moves from the 2020 campaign trail. Impermanence on display. An artist captures the spirit of change, and much more.